Hey, in this video, I'm gonna take you behind the scenes and show you our entire process from start to finish for creating a video campaign. Let's jump straight into it. For any inquiry we get, first step is just jump straight on the call. Before we do anything, we've got to know that we are the right solution for this person and really get a solid idea of what they're about, what they're trying to achieve, and how a video can best help them reach their goals. Usually by the end of a call, we have sort of an idea of the direction that we should go together. We put together a couple of different quote options and send those through along with our process guide. When we started using this about a year ago, it completely changed our business. It's so simple, it's just a 7-page PDF that summarizes the entire process of working with us. It's basically the PDF version of this video. After we've settled on our quote, our lead time to the shoot is usually around 3 to 5 weeks. But in this case, they really want to get this out in time for Mother's Day, so we've got a 2-week lead time to get everything done. We invoice for the deposit, we've locked in a shoot date, so now it's time to start pre-production. Scripting would be the first part and probably the most important part of the process. Usually the client doesn't know exactly what they want, so it really helps to create some things that are completely different, and then we can just find a happy middle ground between all of them. Because we've made a video for this exact product before, script writing isn't as much part of this process, but usually that would be the very next step. The most important next step for us instead is finding the talent. There are a couple of ways that we find talent. One is we just kind of ask around. We put a PSA out on Instagram, or we just ask people we know in the industry. But another thing you can do is use talent directories like StarNow, which we have been really enjoying lately. You can see here we've got a couple of jobs running at the moment. So I put this call out less than a week ago and we have 109 applications. We're looking for a family of 4, and then we're also after a grandmother kind of character. We're gonna do a couple versions of the script with slightly different talent demographics. I just send their photo through to the client to double check that they're the right kind of demographic, right kind of vibe that we're going for. In this case, they were all perfect, which is amazing. Often the talent can be one of the hardest parts of the pre-production process, but we really lucked out here, getting some amazing submissions straight off the bat. At this point, we also get in touch with one of our photographers. In this case, it's Casey. She's done all our photo shoots for this client so far. They love her style. So we were really happy that she was free on the date they had chosen. We've got our direction, we know what we're creating, we've got our talent locked in, and we've got our photographer, and all our team is locked in and ready to go. The next step is the location scout. Sweet, so for this part of the process, location scouting can look completely different project to project. Usually we're kind of looking for like a generic looking street or a unique environment or like a natural environment. But for this client, because the experience actually has locations attached to it, we're just going on the experience, and then we're going to choose like the ones that kind of look the most dynamic to put in the actual project.
So we're looking for spaces that have a lot more space than you would expect, because we have to fit crew, cast members, us. We need some depth. Depth is really important. So if you usually enter like a cafe or something and the space looks big, we usually need it to be bigger.
Check it out. Big. It does look big. That's great. Thank you.
Okay, so at this point we have got our talent locked in. We've done our location scout. Now it's time to lock in our pre-production documents. So this will vary project to project. We're just doing the essentials, which is a shot list and a run sheet. This is what we need to kind of run the day, and the run sheet is what everyone else needs. These will be the documents that everyone references. So this essentially is an opportunity just to really think through the logistics of the shoot day. The more important part of this is probably just the timings, the locations, knowing which talent and which crew are going to be involved in each shot. Some of the shots here that we've written down are essential ones that we have to get, but for the most part, they're kind of just a direction. And on the day, we'll just let inspiration take us wherever it needs to go. So now I'm going to send this to the client and see what they think. I've just sent you through an email with the shot list and release forms, etc. There's just a couple of little details I thought I'd just explain on the phone. Do you have 5 minutes now to chat about it? Alright, so the shoot is tomorrow. Everything's together, everything's ready to go. So last Friday we sent out one big email to everybody involved. The talent, photographer, the client, everyone from our team. That was kind of when we got all our ducks in a row. Shot list, run sheet, locations, all locked in. I just did a last call with Casey, who's our photographer, and I've been in touch with the talent today. Just kind of doing a last touch base with everyone. We should be ready to go. It's 8 a.m. on shoot day. The client's gonna get here in about 10 minutes. The talent will get here in about 25 minutes. And we know we're gonna do our opening shot in this park somewhere, so we're just finding the exact spot. Should be good. This is the holy grail of our shoot
Oh, that's
day.
the same thing.
The way we're going to do this today is we've got like 4 or 5 different locations and we're shooting 2 different demographics, which is a family of 4 and then the 2 of you for like a Mother's Day sort of thing. So we'll do the family of 4 first at each demographic, at each location, then we'll switch to you 2. And I think one thing just to bear in mind is that there are quite a few of us and we're going to be going into some shops that are quite small. So whenever we do go into a shop, we'll just have everyone who's not directly involved just kind of wait outside, around the corner. Just 3, 2, 1, go for it. Go for it. Oh, that's awesome.
Sick.
And go for it.
Good stuff.
Perfect. And I'll just get a quick side angle. When you're ready. Oh, do you want to wait for a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Go for it. Yeah. And then we'll just kind of walk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what we're going. Alright, great. And standing by.
Yeah, perfect. Stay there for a sec.
We'll just do a transition now with the 2 of you.
Yeah.
So if you guys.
Maybe this.
Yeah, cool. So if you 2 want to come and stand here, face this way towards the store.
This spot. Yeah. Bring the phone down.
Drop it down again and lift it up. I think the trickiest thing about this today is that there's just so many of us. We're going into really small spaces. Trying to manage people and make sure we're not crowding out the venues too much to annoy the actual patrons. But it's going really well. These talent are amazing.
I'm currently just sitting on a park bench pretending to be an NPC, a seat filler, one might say.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
There's some smart people behind me here too.
Oh yeah, in the shade. Not my specialty. Anything anyone needs to get?
I'm good.
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you guys. How was that, Blair?
Great.
Not
Great
bad?
day, yeah. Great experience. I love working with shares.
He knows the right things to say. So we wrapped about 30 minutes late in the end, but it's not bad for like 5 different locations and 14 people. All right. Emiliana, thank you.
Thank you. See you next time.
Man, I just can't believe how much that family actually looks like a family.
They have crazy chemistry.
5 people,
Nice.
they all look the same, and none of them are related.
Good morning. It's now been about a month since we shot this video and we're just about to deliver the second round of edits. So typically there's a 3-week wait for the first draft and that will be all the key main deliverables. With this project, as with most of them, the first main draft is about 80 to 90% of the way there. And then on the second round, we kind of just shift and tweak a few things, maybe cuts, music, little things that the client wants. The second round of edits after that should have the edit pretty much locked in. So after this, we'll just be adding captions supplied to us by the client.
After making those final touches, we then deliver all the videos in a Dropbox folder. We process and deliver the photos in there as well. And the final step is to jump on a quick call with the client to debrief the project. We're pretty happy with how it turned out and that key factor for us with feedback. Cool, thank you so much. Yeah, I will do, thank you. All right, catch you soon, have a good day. And that's a wrap. That's our entire process from start to finish for creating a small campaign. Thank you for watching, catch you soon.